If the judiciary is compromised, it will mark the end of democracy in the country. According to APC Chieftain, welcome to the news and thank you for tuning in to listen. Please subscribe to our channel. As Nigerians prepare for the legal battle that will follow the contentious February 25th presidential election, a prominent South chieftain of the ruling All Progressives Congress (EPC), Dakuku Peterside, has expressed concern about the long-term consequences of a flawed judiciary. During an interview with Charles Aniagolu on Arise Television's prime-time program on Friday night, Peterside warned that capturing the judiciary by people who seek to subvert the will of the people who voted in the just-ended election would be bad for Nigeria's democracy. Further, the South APC chieftain expressed confidence that the election tribunal will deliver justice and restore Nigerians' faith in the country's judicial system. It will be disheartening if our judicial system eventually fails, he remarked. In this country, there exists some democratic checkpoints, and it is only a matter of time before these checkpoints and gatekeepers fail that democracy begins to disintegrate. The judiciary is now the most important of these democratic checkpoints. If other institutions are corrupted, the judiciary should be the conscience of a nation at this time. However, if these judges fail to carry out their duties, there is no hope. In terms of these election petitions, it is up to these judges to demonstrate that they are still the common man's hope, because a captured or compromised judiciary will mean the end of our democracy. But I am convinced that a fair debate will emerge at the end of the year on the side of the judiciary. This man is coming out to say what I've been saying. If they come outside, the judiciary, now people just they look. And it is actually a very big weight on them all. It is either at the end of the day, whatever they decide will make or mar how people could look them. I just hope that at the end of the day, people don't start looking at them as they're no longer being the hope of a common man. The judiciary is where you are supposed to, if you're, what's it called? Let me say, for instance now, maybe your oppressor oppress you. If you wrong, go meet the law is supposed to shield you. The law is supposed to cover you. The law is supposed to keep you safe from your oppressor. But what have we witnessed in Nigeria? Now the law now go even carry your oppressor. Congratulate your oppressor. Carry you. Can't give your oppressor. Say making, like lamb now. Make you go anything when you want to make it do. And this thing is the same thing. It's very similar to what, though it is being said in a very different way. It is similar to what Datti Ahmed said. You doing what is not right, doing what is unconstitutional, will mark the end of democracy, and it is just the thing. It is the truth and nothing but the truth. So, if the judiciary like themselves, make their mind as they use the do wudu, make them know say, a bigger thing is waiting for them. It is not just to collect the money and put inside the pocket and announce results. Now, the thing where INEC chop, they no look, I don't know whether the kind soup they give them, I don't know the kind bone, but they don't choke INEC for truth. INEC no fit talk. INEC no fit drink water. You know those bone where we say if they eat, they eat, you can't cook you. Maybe they eat swallow. You don't try. This don't even wound you. We say you they feel them. Say this not wound. You know the fit. Maybe as you the bone can't manage pass. It can't give you injury inside your throat. You know if you talk well. You know if you swallow spit. You know if you swallow water. At that type. Now I just sit down for corner. They don't fit do anything. Letting them chop. Don't hook them for truth. You don't hook them in a very bad manner. This is just the truth, apart from the fact that the failure of the judiciary will mark the end of democracy in Nigeria. But I want to say categorically that it will not only mark the end of democracy, it will also mark the end of Nigeria. And that is it. Remember, I was telling people that some people have gotten to their breaking point. They have gotten to a point where they say, oh, more, this thing could make sense more. You get this thing, this could make sense more. Do you understand? They are getting to the point where they will say this particular thing doesn't make sense. What I mean this particular thing, I mean Nigeria. I tell you, these people have been holding, I tell you, say, get away, go borrow, and go borrow patience, for body. they manage. Make the patch and they go. But if you don't reach the one, we be say more, then go losing their tie, losing everywhere. Can't tell you, say, this one, you know if you walk, you know go walk, I know fit. Nah, that is just it. People are tired. The judiciary should please remain just like this man said, the conscience. Even if everything is collapsing, the judiciary should please not collapse. People there should please let them be what they say. You know when maybe, you have watched them Titanic, when they get accident, they drown that very big iceberg. As they say, make them hold, make them hold. If they no hold, this ship, what they call Nigeria, will capsize. I know it's not the talk. Okay, when you say it will mark the end of Nigeria, is there any election in Nigeria that is free and fair? Which politician in Nigeria has not involved in rigging? My darling, you see, because they do something before, no me say that thing as the right way. She be once upon a time in Nigeria, they were killing twins, right? Now will you come and say, they should continue killing twins because that is how they have been doing it before? Once upon a time, people who, you know, all those people that have vitiligo, they have the skin disease, they outcast them. Now because they outcast them, now that we now know better that vitiligo is a skin disorder that you don't have power over it. You don't get cure. It is something that you cannot treat. We don't now say because they used to send them out before, you want to do the same. You do not continue doing wrong just because it has been done before. Or once upon a time, we they use firewood for this country. Now almost everybody, even stove, nobody, some people, children, they don't even know anything with stove. Now gas stove, they want gas cooker. Now everybody they use. So we didn't now say because they use firewood before, you have to continue using it. It's not done like that. You know the okay. Anybody who know the right thing, make you do them. I agree with you wholeheartedly that if the judiciary flawed like INEC, then our democracy is gone. For judiciary is our last hope, which means if the election is not overturned, the judiciary has failed a B. Court does not run any motion, my brother. That does not mean if the judiciary is not overturned, if the election is not overturned. It does not mean so. Me, I long lost hope in Nigeria judiciary. Yes, there are many people who have very sad stories of Nigeria judiciary. We have seen cases where people just come back from work. That particular one, I'll keep saying it over and over. People just come back from work. Nigeria police catch them, throw inside prison without evidence. Then carry the matter go court. It is clear that these people no get evidence against that innocent person or people. Before you know it, na so person will be say maybe the person no get anybody. He manage himself, then throw inside prison. He begins serve 5 years term, 6 years term, 7 years term. Why? They use them to replace the main person who commit crime. So for this country, I will tell you many things no dey okay. Many things. And I'm just hoping that the judiciary does no follow for the many things really okay, because while I go there. Alright, on this note, you've come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.